Brought to you by the weapons manufacturers. When we cover climate change, we're not brought to you by the oil and gas, coal, nuclear industry. When we cover animal liberation and animal rights, we're not brought to you by industrial animal agriculture. It really matters. We believe in showing the images. That's what will save us. So to be here also at the time of Pacifica's 70th anniversary is also an honor. You know, when I was in college, I had taken 5 years off after my second year of college because I thought it shouldn't have to cost so much money just to protest, which is what I was doing every day in school. You can actually protest for free. At the time, I was very active on getting universities to divest from corporations that profited from apartheid South Africa. And I went off for 5 years to Maine, to Bar Harbor, Maine, and there we started a whole grain macrobiotic bakery and restaurant collective, and made thousands of organic whole grain loaves of whole wheat sesame and oatmeal raisin and granola, thousands of pounds, and peanut butter cookies and oatmeal raisin cookies, and distributed them through the bodegas, the grocery stores, the co-ops of Maine. And I thought the coup would be to get organic products to the schools of Bar Harbor. That's what I considered the ultimate. We could not compete with Wonder Bread. They could stay on the shelves for something like 2 years. Our bread would mold after 5 days. It was fresh. Then I decided to go back to school, to use the tools of the establishment to take on the whole food, politics, biology industry, and to disseminate information about food. And when I went back, I started focusing on biology, on nutrition, and I took the basic biology class. So this is my last year of college, and I was really excited. I was very into science. And they said in the class, okay, now you're going to divide up into your labs, and you'll go up and do your labs, and you come back and you have your, your big class, bigger than this, with the professor. And so I went into the lab, all excited. You have your lab partners and your lab tables, and they put this large jar of frogs on each of the lab tables. I love frogs growing up, as I'm sure everyone did, and they told us we would each pick our own frog. We'd each kill a frog. And you'd stick a needle down the spine of the frog and you'd kill it. I was in complete shock. I wanted to take biology because I loved it, because I loved life, and I wanted to understand it. And I said, every one of us in this class, I'm talking about something the size of that's hundreds of people. In order to pass this class, we have to murder a frog? And they said, yes. I said, that's impossible. I said, what about, you could even do it couldn't every two of us murder a frog? Do every one of us have to murder a frog? What about if just the professor murdered a frog and we all watched? It was at the beginning of computers, and I was saying, couldn't you put up some image, and we could learn, why are we even doing this? So the next day, we went to the big class. That was just the tutors, the graduate students. And the professor said, okay, and lab 1, we'll go to Science Center 1, lab 2, Science Center 2, lab 3. And I raised my hand, and I said, and those of you who don't want to murder frogs, we'll stand right here. And the professor said, what's that supposed to mean? I'll see you in my office. So he said, what are you doing? So I said, I would ask, what are you doing? Why are we doing this? I understood I was not going to become a doctor, but this was the big pre-med class, right? This is where all these young people were being initiated into the profession of medicine. This was the beginning. And I said, this is the process of desensitization. It starts here. Because this is, I mean, we all love frogs. And if you first, you have to really inure yourself to this. You have to sort of close your eyes, but you're supposed to be watching, and kill the very thing that you love, that you cherish, that you're in awe of. And that's the beginning of a process. From animals to humans and back again. It's taking not just the childish wonder and love out of each of us, the awe, but it tells you you suppress these feelings of horror at a very small level, but it meant so much to me at that point. I said, how could we be forced to do this? I said, you know, the whole thing with computers, couldn't you just put it up on a screen? It was really the beginning of that.